Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. So today we're going to be filming Cole's 15-month update, which is super crazy and hard to believe that he is going to be 15 months next weekend. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, Cole has been teething getting his molars, so that's the number one thing that with him being 15 months that is crazy different, is that he's getting molars. I had written down some things, but he really wants the notepad right now, so I don't know how well this is going to go for me to be able. Let me get closer here because I wanted you guys to actually be able to see Cole in the video, but you know, he's all over the place, so I don't know how well that's going to be. But so I wrote down some stuff. So April 13th, April, he was 13 months. I noticed he started developing separation anxiety. I know some babies get it earlier, some get it later. Cole started getting it when he was around 13 months. So anytime me and my husband would leave him at my mom's or my mom's or wherever, he would start crying for us. That's when I started noticing that started to happen, which is super sad. If you are a parent, you know exactly how that can make you feel just bad or sad for leaving your kid. Even though you know they're in good hands, it still doesn't matter, because when your kid's upset or crying, right now Cole's not feeling very well today, but I had to get this video done because next weekend we will not be here, and he actually turns 15 months on Father's Day. So the next thing that I noticed is he follows us around all the time, and that started a lot around 13 months. After he turned a year old, he started like making sure he was in the same room with us. Everywhere we go through the house, he follows one of us, me or my husband, and he's constantly making sure he's around somebody. He is still very independent, though. He will go back in his room and play with his toys or look at his books by himself sometimes, and always kind of, you know, peek in when he makes sure everything's good. But he sometimes will go and do that kind of stuff by himself, or he'll, you know, but he most of the time wants to keep really close to us. He started kind of doing what I was told that I did when I was little. I used to run with my arms behind my back like this and run, like, I don't know why. But Cole, actually, I've seen Cole do that a couple of times. Like, he'll straighten his arms and like take off, and that's what I used to do. At least that's what my aunt told me that I used to do. But I thought that was funny because I used to do that. He started learning how to throw things around 13 months. Like, I mean, he kind of like was already doing that kind of stuff, but I mean, he really started to like throw stuff. So like when he was eating food, like he would just start throwing it on the floor a lot more, and just like throw his cup down, throw books down, throw anything down pretty much. He started doing that. He started testing the water more, which by that I mean he definitely started to get very upset if he does not get his way, or if something gets taken away from him that he's not supposed to have, which is like so common. Obviously that's going to happen, but that's when it gets hard, in my opinion, because especially if you're in public, oh my lord, like that's when it's really bad. Me and my husband had the worst experience with him in public yet, which I know we have like years to come of experiencing that, but we had the worst experience at Denny's one day, and I might have talked about it in a vlog. I don't remember if I did or not, but it was so bad, you guys. So Cole was like super hungry. Like, one of the things we always try to make sure that we do is before we leave the house, we try to make sure that Cole is fed well and is full and is satisfied, because it is brutal if you just like assume your kid is good, which is never a good thing to do, especially if it's been like a couple hours has passed and you're like, oh well, they'll be okay until we get here and here. Like, that's not how it works at all. Like, you should definitely make sure to give them a snack or anything before you leave the house, because it's just so much better. So we went to Walmart and Cole just started like flipping out. So I had cheesies with me because that's all I had, because we were just going to go to eat at Denny's. So I thought, oh well, we'll get a good dinner, he'll be good then. So he filled up on these cheesies, and we went to Denny's, and they brought out like applesauce, and they were supposed to bring, or I don't really remember now, they ended up bringing like this whipping cream stuff. I don't even remember why we got that for him, but I think we wanted pudding, but they didn't have pudding or something. And anyway, so Cole was eating cheesies, applesauce, whipping cream at Denny's. For whatever reason that day, it took forever to get our food. We fed Cole this crap, and the next thing we knew, Cole was flipping out, and then he threw up in public all over my husband, down on the floor, but nobody around us saw this. It was the most stressful thing that's happened to us so far in public, because we had to literally, like, I had to wait for our food to come, and then we had to box it up and leave because Cole was sick. He was covered in puke. We had to go out and change his clothes, and he was just not sitting still in the chair. Like, at one point in time, he was easy to take into a restaurant and eat with. He is no longer like that. So we haven't tried that again, I don't think, since Denny's. That was a couple months ago. So I just wanted to tell that story because it was probably the most stressful thing that's happened to us yet. I've had a couple times where I've been stressed by myself with him in public. He definitely is getting to the point where he doesn't even want to sit still in the shopping cart, which he used to sit still just fine, and now he wants to just like move around and stand up in it and get down in the buggy part, and just, he won't sit still. Cole's very active, if you guys haven't known. I'm sorry he's not in this video, but he's over there sitting, playing with my water right now. Hey, Cole Allen. He likes, I gotta like watch. I didn't even, damn it. So he loves being outside. He started to just like throw a fit when we would bring him inside from being outside. He is an outdoor boy, there's no doubt about it. He loves being outside. It's his favorite place ever to be. He's definitely going to be like me when I was a kid. I always was outside. I didn't have tablets, and I didn't have like computers and iPhones, and I didn't have none of that stuff when I was a kid, and I'm not judging anybody that does have that for their kids now, because that's all that there really is now. And I'm sure like by next year I probably will get Cole a tablet thing, just so like when we go on trips he can watch stuff in the car, because Cole does not do very well in the car either for a very long time. So I will need something to distract him. But as far as like everything else goes, when I was a kid, I was outside playing, like climbing trees, playing in the dirt. I was an outdoor girl all the time, and I really want Cole to grow up and be like that too. I want him to love being outside and not just being like stuck on games or just like stuck inside all the time, because I don't know, I just felt like the 90s childhood, if you're from the 90s, leave a comment. I feel like that was the best generation ever, because that was like the last generation before all the newer technology come out. So if you're from the 90s, we were the best. So that, all that stuff that I just talked about was around the 13-month mark. The 14 months, so this is like a 13 to 15 month update. The 14-month mark is when the tantrums started to happen, and he started to even throw them sometimes about taking naps, which you guys know Cole was very, very good about going back and laying in his bed, and we can just lay him down and walk out, and he'll go to sleep now by himself. But he started throwing like, honey, don't do that. What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? Wow. Here, come here. So, he also started teething a lot, like going through a growth spurt at 15 or 14 months. Now his sleep schedule, just to give you guys a quick, like how his sleep schedule is pretty much, or how it was to how it is now. So I think it was like 9 months or 10 months, he started taking 2 naps a day, and all the way up until this past week, he's always taken 2 naps a day, around 10 o'clock and then around 2 in the afternoon. And he slept for like an hour on both of those. Sometimes he would sleep longer on one of them. Sometimes he would sleep only 40 minutes on one of them. But for the most time, he would take 2 naps a day. It worked out really good for him. He goes to bed at 8 o'clock at night, and he sleeps till at least 7 or 7:30 in the morning. The earliest that he wakes, if his schedule is off, is 6 o'clock or 6:30. It's all the time all over the place, so I never really know when he's gonna wake up. But we always try to keep bedtime the same time every night, and the naps were always the same, so it was normally fluctuating between 6:37 to wake up, sometimes later, sometimes not until 8. Like today he slept till 8, but he just really wore out. So it all depends. So that's what his sleep schedule is like, if any of you guys were wondering. He's been really interested in playing in the water now. I want to get him like one of those outside water things. That's my wash machine. I don't know why it's making that noise, but it's crazy. I really don't know why it sounds like that. Hey, come here. He's been loving the pool. He's not afraid at all of the water. He loves water, so he really liked the swimming pool and everything. He's really smart, guys. Like, he's starting to understand everything. Like, he's trying to say words now. He says moo, mama, dad, granddad. Kit Kat is my Aunt Nim's name of their cat. He's saying that. He can pretty much say, like, when he's in the mood, he'll say things. He's not feeling the best because of his teeth. The molars, guys, the molars are rough, dude. We had a rough time. The last few days have been pretty rough because he's even ran a fever with it, and he's just not felt like himself, so that's rough, but we've been getting through it. Right now he has about, oh wow, he's probably getting a total, he had 6 teeth in his mouth. Now I think he has 10 teeth because he's getting the top molars and the bottom ones at the same time. I'm not even kidding you guys. It is insane. So he's got about 10 teeth right now. So like I'm saying, back to the naps. Sorry, this is all over the place, but I forgot what I was going to say. But up until last week, he started taking 1 nap a day. So he seemed to be doing well with it because I put him down about a little bit after 12, after we eat lunch, about 12:30 or a little bit or 12. Depends on how tired he is, like a little bit after that. He was sleeping for 2 hours. So he was still getting his 2 hours that he needed for a nap. He definitely needs 2 hours a day for a nap or he is cranky. So he started doing that, I noticed, pretty consistently in just the last week. So I think we're about on a 1 nap schedule. I'm not 100% sure though, because sometimes I still try to give him the 2 nap, and sometimes it works. Sometimes he won't go to sleep. But normally, how I notice when Cole's ready to go to sleep is when I put him in his bed, he won't fuss. And then if he's not ready to go to sleep, I'll put him in his bed and he'll cry or fuss a lot and stand up a lot and won't go to sleep. Like, that's how I know when he's ready to go to sleep, because I'll just put him in there and he won't fuss or anything. So, honey, don't do that. He eats pretty much anything now. There's still a couple things, like obviously we don't give to him because he doesn't have all the teeth yet to like really chew food. I mean, steps has been his biggest thing that he's been interested in since he's gotten older, to 15 months now. Has been climbing steps. Like, that's his newest fascination of something that he needs to tackle and learn how to do, which he's very good at. But I mean, that's just something he repeatedly likes to do when we go outside. He likes to climb the steps, which I hate. But he is definitely smart, trying to teach him things like his body parts and like show him where things are. He's definitely smart, you guys. He definitely knows, he's definitely starting to understand words a lot more now and what things are, and just like, I feel like that's just good that we're at that point where he can understand really good. So he's gotten 2 haircuts now, I think 2 or 3 haircuts since he's been born, which is crazy because his hair is so thick. He is in 18 to 24 month clothing right now. He still takes a pacifier, as you guys saw, which his doctor, you know, said eventually we're gonna have to break that, which I knew that was coming. He's still drinking out of his Nook cups. If you have a baby that had a hard time getting off the bottle, I definitely recommend the Nub cups because the nipple in them are like a longer spout, and he loves that cup. It's like his favorite cup. So what else, bud? He wears a size 5 in diaper, but I'm pretty sure he's about to go to a size 6 because they kind of seem like they're getting tight on him. He's very ticklish. He likes to be tickled. So like I was saying, in the car, he does not like to ride for a very long period of time. He's over the car ride. So this year, going on vacations or like anywhere as a family is probably out, because it's just like, for us to go anywhere, we would have to go, because we just live in a very like place where there's not a lot of exciting things to do. Unless we want to go camping, which we might do this weekend. We might actually go camping. So I don't know how that's going to go, but I'm sure I'll be vlogging it. But you stink. Did you poop? Did you poopy? You don't feel good, do you? You're tired. Yeah. He's definitely mom's boy, I feel like, most of the time, because he's with me all day and he just sees me the most. But when daddy comes home, he does go right to dad, or when we go to pick him up, he always runs right to dad. But he's with me all the time, so like, I definitely feel like he clings to me more, though. I don't know how to explain it, but your mom's boy, ain't you? You sleepy? Are you sleepy? I love you. He's so tired. He's so tired, you guys. He's just so wore out from teething. This is the worst teething that we have went through so far. So, and he also doesn't have much of an appetite either with the teething. Like, he hasn't wanted to eat a whole lot. Not even really drink a whole lot, which kind of freaked me out. But he is still drinking. Like, I've made him milk a couple times because he wouldn't drink anything else. So I definitely want to make sure that he's like still drinking. But I think we covered all the main things about his update. But if you guys have any questions that maybe I didn't cover about what, you know, something about him, you can leave a comment, or leave a comment on Instagram. Make sure you guys are following me on Instagram. Be sure to give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you are new. And thank you guys so much for tuning in to Cole's 15-month update. He's growing up so fast. I'm honestly just shocked by where we are, like, in life with him, and like how fast he grew up to this age. Like, because I just remember when he was first born. Like, I can remember the day that he was born, but it's so surreal. Like, it's been a year later and like so much has changed. And he is just so smart and just learning, and it makes me so sad that he's growing up, though, because I don't know, there's a lot of bittersweet about it. Like, there's some good things about it, and then there's some really sad things that you won't ever get back when they're little. I've definitely been feeling myself. I've been feeling all the, like, parenting blues or whatever. Like, when he grows out of clothes, you know, it's kind of sad. But that's just something we have to go through, and I think that's when people really start being like, I want to have another baby, which I don't feel like that right now anyways. I'm not saying like another year from now I might not feel that way, but right now I do not feel that way. I'm happy and content with one baby, and I love where Cole's at. He's so fun now. Like, he's so smart and so fun, and to be able to see him like experience things now and be able to like walk around, and it's a lot funner now. I love this age, but it is kind of hard sometimes. Not gonna lie about that. As opposed to when they were just little babies, they just laid there all day. Which, personally though, for me, this is a better time for me. I feel like this is just a lot funner and a lot better of an experience. But that's just my opinion. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we will see you in our next video. Tell them bye, baby. Yeah, I love you. You don't feel good. Okay, bye guys.